afternoon, good evening, hello. It's the same tone every single week. Waking you up, ladies. Come on, get your hot cuppa or chai. In my case, I've just been served hot momos. Wow, what a treat. Come on, ladies. Come on. I just have only one. Come on, come on, come on. It's Wednesday. How was your day? My Wednesdays is always busy. Only occasional Wednesdays it just is very smooth, but majority of the Wednesdays it's so hectic and so busy. But I make sure I leave on the dot at 5 p.m. to come home, right? For the wholesome Wednesday session. Come on, ladies. I'm just talking to myself. I need more people. Put your hand up. Who is that? I've got 2 there online. I just 3. Good. Come on, say hello to me. Hello. It's Wholesome Wednesday. It's an exciting session tonight. Come on. I need more people. Yay, 4. Need more people. So what's happening in India? And all of a sudden, the COVID restrictions are imposed in New South Wales from nowhere, right? Thank you, Anamika. All of a sudden, we have probably about 31 odd cases. And look at the initiation of locking down, isn't it? That's how it is prevented from spreading, which is really good. It's really good. The restrictions are imposed, and that is what we would be aiming at, to the reduction of the COVID-19 cases, isn't it? Yay, I know. What's the position in India? Come on, ladies. People from India, answer me. Thank you, Sadhana. Thank you for joining in. Come on, ladies. Anyone from India there? No one? Oh, maybe everyone does hand embroidery in India, I think. I know, growing up, everyone would have learned a little bit of it, isn't it? Either from your grandparents or great-grandparents or mom or friends or peer pressure saying, oh, she's learning, I want to learn as well. Yay. So nobody from India there. Hi, Ratan. Thank you for joining in. Come on, ladies. How are you? I'm good, Ratan. Thank you. Thank you for checking on. I'm absolutely fine. There have been a bit of up and down over the last week, but that's what's life all about, isn't it? Yay, thank you, Bhima. Waiting for you to start. Yeah, definitely. I just need a little bit more people. 5. Ratan is saying beautiful. And Saree, Hemashiti. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vijaya. Thank you for joining in. Good. I can see the lot from India now trickling down. Excellent, excellent. Thank you, ladies, for joining in. Let me start. And today's session is all about sarees. Of course, the saree which I'm wearing is, only I figured it out. All these days I was thinking it is machine embroidered, but figured out just a few minutes ago that it's not machine embroidery. So this is the Kanta stitch saree which I'm wearing. It is on Bangalore silk. And all these days, I was thinking it's machine embroidery. But when I bought, he was 100% sure saying, it's done by the rural folk from India, rural women in India. It's a support for them, blah, blah, blah. And then I ended up buying this. But, and it's a beautiful Kanta stitch saree. And it's a very common design. Like, if you Google this, probably you'll get, hundreds of these. I think it is kind of like, mass produced in India. And this is the stitch which is from like, West Bengal, Orissa, Bangladesh, and that is where the stitch was more popular. But anyway, coming to today's session, as I told you, this is the sari I'm wearing, and I've just paired with white metal bangles and white, the ear tops. So it was a gift from me. Padma Shri was the one who gifted me. Thank you, Padma Shri. Just perfectly matches my attire today. And I've got a white clutch today. So this is my styling for today. I'll be posting it later on tonight. Who else joining? Shobha. Thank you, Shobha, for joining in. Yes, today's session, as I've been talking about, what does it say? Is Kanta sari light in weight? Yes, it depends. You can actually get it custom done on any type of silk, but this one is a Bangalore silk, and it is very light. And I think probably I might have worn this is the third time I might have draped the sari. And it's still crisp because it's not washed or anything, and you can still see the crispness in the sari. And Bangalore silk is very lightweight, and people prefer to do especially like the hand embroidered ones on a sari, which is, I think it should be between 60 to 80 grams in weight. So that's the silk sari kind of like measurement. Even like Parsi Gara saris, even those ones will kind of like, need to have between that proportion of weight in the sari. So today's session is done by Sarees and Kasuti, which is hand embroidery done by Mrs. Shailaja. I've known Shailaja for quite some time, and I say quite some time, since 1994. We came in 93, I think they came in 93. Sorry, 94, we came in 93. So since 1994, I have known Shailaja, and she is a bundle of talent. You can ask her anything, like, handcraft, and she is into it. So it was just a casual one. She wasn't on Facebook. And we often kind of like, used to meet for our walking sessions on weekends. And then I insisted, no, you have to do this for me. And then she said, oh yeah, I'll join. And finally, she hopped onto the Facebook. And then she is now in the Saree gallery. I don't think so she has posted any, but anyway, I kind of like, grabbed her and said, no, you're going to do a session for me and you have to show what your talent is. And then she agreed, and that's how this session was formulated, and that's what's going to happen tonight. And Shailaja comes from Bangalore, and then she came and settled here. Obviously, when she was in Bangalore, obviously, like, she did her bachelor's, did her master's, and immediately after master's got married. And then that was the time they migrated, my family migrated and settled in Sydney. And whilst she was in her schooling, days at school as well as high school, it was the inspiration what she got from her grandmom and mom, because everyone used to do handwork. By the way, Kasuti is nothing but two terms combined, which is Ka is actually shortened from Kai. Kai, it's K-A-I, or like, in Kannada, Kai is hand, and Suti is cotton. So normally in those days, it was done on a piece of cotton, like, it's cotton, like cotton saris or cotton pillowcases, or like most of the time it was cotton was used, and hence Kasuti became popular. And that also interests, to throw in a trivia there for people who are into collecting saris. KSIC, which I'm very fond of, I'm very, very passionate about collection of KSIC saris. And well, anyway, KSIC had tied up with Dharwad Rural Some Association of Women, where they did Kasuti work. Okay, Kasuti originates from Ballari, Dharwad side, and I do have a Kasuti sari, and which I had already draped before, so I did not bother draping. Otherwise, probably I would have draped my Kasuti sari. So this is the Kasuti sari, which is again, you know, handmade, and the embroidery is basically, you know, it's again done by the rural women, and it's a great initiative, and it's a handloom cotton sari. It's a mixture actually. It's got both silk as well as cotton in it, and look at the finer detail of the embroidery here. And most of the time Kasuti has like, you know, embroidery of elephant or peacock or palanquin or chariot and leaf motifs or floral motifs, and this is what the sari is. I'm sure I would have posted this. I think I probably would have draped again 3 or 4 times, I think. So this is the Kasuti. I just wanted to show something related to Kasuti, and then since I had already draped this, I thought, okay, I will wear Kanta sari, so that's why I wore this one. And yeah, this is the Kasuti one. So this was the thing which KSIC had tied up with the Dharwad Women Folk Association, and they produced about 1,000 to 2,000 saris, I think, and which was gone, like, you know, taken away or sold in no time. So people out there, if you are interested in getting that done, I think probably it's high time you think about and source someone who can do the Kasuti work on the KSIC sari. So that's in my radar. I will try and get that done. I don't know when my next visit will be to India. Hopefully. Anyway, that's there in my mind. And coming back to Shailaja's introduction, sorry, I just got interrupted because of the Kasuti sari. So she is a bundle of talent. You talk to her about embroidery and talk to her about tatting. Oh my God, she does tatting, knitting, crochet, anything, you know, she does everything. And she's an avid reader. She reads and reads and reads, which I'm not into. So she is a wealth of knowledge. You can talk to her about any subject, and you know, she does everything. She knows everything. Now coming to the session, let me introduce Shailaja, who is right next to me. Come on in. So,
hello everyone.
This is Shailaja, who has driven all the way around from West Ride to Ride, which is like 5-10 minutes drive or less than 10 minutes drive. So she's here with me, and it's a pleasure to have Shailaja on my Wholesome Wednesdays session to show off saris. Obviously, she's wearing a beautiful Ikat Pochampalli sari, and it's got a beautiful tissue border on either sides, and it's a beautiful pink. And the combination is lovely, and she's just paired with, you know, multicolored blouse, and it's fantastic. So it's a beautiful sari.
Not much to see, I think.
Yeah, it's very nice.
That's the follow there.
Yeah. So I just love the colors. It's so pretty. So she will be taking over, and I will be videoing her, and at the same time I'll be asking her questions. And if you have any, I think I should be able to hop in there and read out to her. And in case if there is anything technical to do with the stitches, whatever she's going to show, probably she will answer during her spare time. She doesn't have spare time, but she will find some spare time for me. All right, Shailaja, take over. What I'll do, I'll just flip over and I'll show you so that, sorry, don't see my desk, it's in a mess. Yes, okay. Now, before she starts, she has neatly arranged her collection of embroidery, what she has done. I'll just focus here. So this I'm not sure what the stitches are, but she will explain it to me. Do you want to come and tell Shailaja what they are? Perhaps. I can stand here and tell, and you can show.
Okay. I don't use very complicated stitches. I use very just running stitch or a chain stitch or a split stitch, which are very easy, that can be followed by anyone.
Okay.
Here, most of years we usually buy embroidery threads. Nowadays you can use, this is made out of satin ribbons.
Okay. What are they?
Satin ribbon.
Oh, satin ribbons.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
These are all handmade. You can make, you can actually make roses and you can.
Oh, lovely.
It takes a couple of minutes to do a rose. That's all.
Okay.
And this is just a stitch that you need a pin so that you can pull it out after you're
that.
done.
Okay.
You weave the threads between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it look like a lavender to me?
It is.
It is, okay.
You have to imagine. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
If you see, it's only a straight stitch I have done over there. It's easy for any child to even pick it up. And again, this is a satin ribbon.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
And I've used wool over here.
Oh, okay.
All right. Again, these are all small stitches made out of straight stitches.
Yeah.
Only thing, it's woven in a way that it appears like a leaf.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
This is just a wild one, as if you're walking in a park and there's a wild bush. You can have.
Yeah, you can imagine that.
Kind of threads.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Most of the children used to use this to make bracelets.
Yeah, so like pom-pom.
Yes. And again over here, it's a combination of straight stitch and twisted stitch.
Okay.
Okay, just wrap the stitch one down. And here you got French knots. They all look like birds.
Oh, nice.
And again here, if you see, all these are all straight stitches. This is coaching, is because you don't want them to have just place the thread and stitch it around.
Oh,
okay,
very
just
nice.
Put small knots so that it holds it in place. And these are all just freehand drawings.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a very good drawer.
Oh, nice.
Just write circles and you can fix any flowers where you want.
Very nice.
And this is what this is the one where you call it as a cherry blossom plant.
Oh, nice.
Or a tree, whatever you want. So you can see I have used chain stitch over here.
Yeah.
And again straight stitch. And this is French knots.
Oh, nice.
That's how it comes out.
Very nice. And this one here?
That's made out of fully satin. It's a half finished work. You
Oh,
can
okay.
see the drawings are still there.
Okay.
I don't know what stitch to fill in. I'm just thinking.
Okay.
Again, I'm thinking about the color combination. But I have to still bring the stamens and everything.
Right.
It's a half finished.
Half finished job. Okay. Excellent. And what tools do you use, Shailaja?
Okay. Very basic tools. Many people will have it in their homes. Just needle.
Yeah.
Because if you have sight vision, you need a threader.
Yeah.
Scissors to cut. And you have any colors of thing to use the thing. You can use embroidery thread. You can use woolen or whatever you want.
Can you use sewing thread?
You can.
Yeah. So do you have to make it like 2 strands or 3 strands to bring it to this consistency?
Yes.
Because those ones are very fine.
Yeah. And then fold it to make it 6 strands.
Okay. And you can use.
You can use anything. Even you can buy silk threads.
Oh yeah.
You get it anywhere.
Yeah.
Even you can use silk threads. You can just make a combination. You can even use different colors.
Okay.
And combine to it and then
make those ones. Very nice. And what are these needles? So you have kept it ready.
These needles, just to save time.
Yeah.
Okay, I just needed the
thread.
The needle and just kept it so that it will be easy for me to demonstrate whatever I am doing.
Very nice.
Usually, like everybody does it on pillow cover, bed sheets,
Yeah.
and everything.
But you're kind of
so I'm just doing it on this.
Okay.
Anyone can do anything like that on this.
Yeah. So what's the size of this one?
This is smallest. I think this is
maybe 6 by 6 or something.
6 something.
Yeah, like maybe a scale like 6 inches or something. Yeah.
And then you can freely draw anything you want.
Yeah.
You can use any
colors you want. Okay.
And then you can pierce anyone.
It's easy to do that.
You can wind down, pierce, pull,
Okay, do whatever you want. Okay, yeah.
And that's how it works out.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just show us very small
Demo, yeah,
so that you will know you don't need any
Yeah.
drawing skills or anything.
yeah.
I know anyone want to draw a branch and just
Or do you want to sit there and do?
whichever you want me
Yeah,
to.
you can sit there comfortably so that,
So for you to focus?
yeah, it's easy for me to focus, no worries. You can sit. Oh, wow. That's very quick.
It's as if like a wind blowing.
Uh-huh.
You just have trees like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm just making something where I can just say, okay, here all the leaves are there. Just for me,
Uh-huh.
for anyone to say, okay, you
Yeah.
can even make dots.
Uh-huh. Wow.
People will be very. That's the fastest you can.
Okay, that's very
only
nice.
a line.
I can do that because I'm not into drawing, so that one I definitely I can.
Yeah, something to make look like a glass.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have the threads there.
I'm going to mix and match
Uh-huh.
because it's nature.
Yeah.
Nature is always nice with imperfections, although it looks very perfect.
Okay.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
From afar, a tree will look very nice.
Nice.
But as you go here, you can see the rugged features of the tree. So this is, I'm just going to use just straight stitches to cover up. I'll do from this end.
Okay.
So that to be.
I'll try and focus as much as I can. So since I'm videoing, so I can focus and do whatever. Otherwise, I was actually planning to use my restream. I tried and figured out, but we were not visible. So I ended up doing on my own. So again, this week my son would say, why did you not use that? Okay, there are a few hellos here. Hi Manjula, thank you for joining in. Thanks Bhima, thank you Pooja, thank you. Thanks Shubha, thank you Shobha. Bhima Jan saying, super ladies from South Indian family, fusion of northern suburbs of Sydney team. Oh yes. Shobha Manish is saying hello. Ratan also saying hello, Shailaji.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
I'll try to keep it in such a way that everybody can see.
See? Yeah.
Just covering up the lines I have put in there.
Yeah.
See? And never mind if it gets knotted or anything, you just pull it out and you can just make it straight. Nothing will happen.
Yeah.
Because imperfections are always good.
There you go. Anamika is saying, someone asked, whether it can be done on silk. So Anamika is also very good in her craft work. So she says it can be done on pure silk, Bangalore silk, model silk, crepe, cotton, organza, muslin.
Any material.
Yeah, correct. You can.
Depending on the material, you can use the strength of the strands.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If it's a very thick saree, then you can use 3 strands or 6 strands. So that you'll get a relief of the designs you do.
Okay.
But if you're doing on a very thin or what do you call it as like a crepe saree or anything which is very
frayed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you need to place a cloth down.
Oh, for the strength. Okay. So that's why you see sometimes the cloth being, stuck in the fabric.
Yes.
Oh.
You need it. Otherwise, you will be pulling and tearing of the saree.
Oh, right. Okay.
So when you are using a very thin material, put the thick material down.
Okay. Yeah.
See that they draw, because it's a thin material of the saree, draw the design on the cloth that you underneath for the undercloth.
Okay. Yeah.
After that, on that you will
Do it.
And then when you take the saree out, you can take the
cloth out. So basically you're cutting the cloth, isn't it?
Yes.
You have to cut it very fine. Yeah.
And you'll have to be very
Careful.
Okay, then you can use only single strands.
Okay.
Then it look as if it is printed.
Yeah.
Like you showed that saree.
Yes. The Kasuti? Okay. Yeah.
So,
but those strands are very fine, isn't it?
Yes, because the saree is thick. They have
Ah,
to use.
okay.
Okay, if they are using, like if you are using, giving them to with Mysore silk or anything, then what happens? Because
The
saree
thickness.
they will then vary the
Thickness of the thread. So like you have to counterbalance both.
Yeah.
Otherwise it kind of like looks too bulky. Yeah. So
In sarees, it will look good if it is being printed.
printed, yeah.
Okay. Like this, you can cover up the stems. And just bring up some leaves.
Yeah.
Like that. So you will.
So Ratan says, is Kanta sari light in weight? She doesn't have it. Actually, as such, Kanta is basically a stitch, Ratan. It's not a sari. It's a Kanta stitch sari. Okay, so Kanta is basically an embroidery. The style of the embroidery is Kanta embroidery, but the sari, it can be, most of the time it is either cotton or silk, because in olden days the ladies from Bangladesh, Orissa, they used to kind of like do it basically for the quilts, right? It's usually kind of like, draped in the cold season. So what they used to do was they used to take like muslin cloth or even old saris, of grannies or moms or whatever. And you know how you get the cotton kind of like quilts from Rajasthan. So it's similar to that. They used to kind of like, bundle up a few saris together and do the Kanta stitch. Like every household, knew how to do Kanta stitch. And that was so popular in those states. And basically it's nothing but another art, Kasuti, what it is. It's called like hand embroidery, and everyone, including the kids also, knew how to do it. The same thing, coming from south, as I kind of like showed that Kasuti sari. Actually, as I told you, Kasuti is nothing but hand embroidery, and it could be anything. It could be any style. Like, it's not only India, every other country, talk about any country, Afghanistan, Pakistan, China, Sweden, Switzerland, any country, they have their own style of handwork, and they go with different names, probably some of the names which Shailaja can tell. In English ones, like herringbone. Come on, Shailaja,
Yes,
name those ones.
Kanta sarees, usually they have, it's also known as shadow stitch. If you would have seen the same what Hema is wearing. They used to make it on Georgette sarees.
Oh yeah.
And they used to call it as shadow stitch.
Shadow stitch. Okay. Yeah.
So herringbone, fishbone.
Actually, I couldn't get hold of, when I had been to China, I visited another handloom, kind of like, it was an outlet, and where they were literally doing the hand embroidery, and it was so fine, and, the silk thread which they had used was very fine, and the design, inside and outside is very hard to distinguish. It's exactly the same. So if it was a dog, from the front and even at the back, it was looking like a dog. But if you take like the other embroideries, you have like heaps of other things which goes in the background. For example, I'll just show this one. So this is how the background is, and this is the front one is. So with that kind of embroidery, it was very hard to distinguish which was the right side and which was the wrong side, upside down kind of thing. And that was so beautiful. I couldn't get hold of that. If I get hold of that, I will put that in the photos and you can have a look at it. And it's so beautiful. It's somewhere which I couldn't get a hold of.
If you go to any Chinese shop, usually they use the satin stitch or long and short stitch.
Okay. Yeah.
And they usually use only single stranded silks.
Okay.
So that way you can look as if it's printed on both sides.
Okay.
That gives the thing. Here I'm using a 6 strand.
Okay.
And for leaf I'm just putting 3 straight stitch. That's
okay.
All.
Yeah.
Okay, one in the center.
Okay, she's saying increase the volume. I've increased the volume. Shailaja's voice is very low. Perhaps maybe speak a little bit louder, Shailaja.
I'm only using a straight stitch over here, if you can see. Nothing great.
So how did you get that little crinkly design there?
You're just placing the
Needles in a different angle.
Area
and then pulling it out.
Okay, so you just think as to, you want to make it look like an alphabet V. And then put another single
stitch there.
In the center over there. There's a V there.
Yeah.
Oh. Just bring it. It'll look like just like a small leaf.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
So that's how it comes out. Okay, you can fill it up however you want. Okay, then I'll start doing I'll use a French knot to make this one, or you can see.
Yeah.
Anyone can actually
work on it. Okay.
Okay, it's not very difficult.
But yeah, you should kind of like, know what angle it is.
No, you can see it's not very difficult. Okay. Because I'm not using any, there are stitches where you have to learn. These stitches anybody can do it. Just take it from one point to another point. That's all.
Okay.
Start at A, one end, name it as A, and you go back to the same point as B. So it just gives as if that branch is having some leaves.
Leaves. Okay, Manjula is asking, please show the sari as I missed at the start. Sure, it's a Kasuti work. I'll show it to you, Manjula. And she's saying the stitch is called Godhi, Godhi, Godhi from Maharashtra. Oh, nice. I didn't know that one. Thank you, Rekha, for joining in. Thank you, Sudha, for joining in. Thank you, ladies. And what are the other names you mentioned? The English names? Herringbone, yeah.
Feather stitch. Feather, you have a lot of stitches coming. Feather stitch you have.
Okay.
Which you can make them look like a leaf. Like a branches of a tree.
Backstitch. I've heard of backstitch.
Straight stitch. Running stitch.
Running one.
You have herringbone stitch. Fishbone stitch. It's also known as
fishbone. Okay.
And also it's known as shadow stitch. Because that saree you can wear it in the reverse. So,
okay.
In the back side it will look like herringbone, but in the front it will look like running stitch.
Okay.
So usually people wear it. It's known as shadow stitch.
Right. Okay.
In India you get a lot of sarees if you go and look into it, or George's sarees.
Sarees?
They have shadow stitch. You can
ask for that. Okay.
And it looks very nice.
So have you done any on a sari, Shailaja?
Yeah, I have done when I was young. Okay.
You don't have those saris anymore?
I didn't. I wasn't thinking of preserving it when I was migrating to Australia.
I know. Isn't it?
A lot of my sarees to
I know, that's that's what other stories are, but in my case it's different. I haven't given away any saris of mine.
I can ask my cousins to give it back and they'll look at me, what's wrong with you? Okay. Alright, just bring that.
Talk about saris, I tell you. It's never ending.
Alright. Now everybody see any tree or plant, you want to make it look like flowers are there. Depends on where you want to place the flowers. I think I'm just going to try look, I'm rotating putting the needle, threading the needle and twisting the needle in such a way. And then I'm just going to pull this inside. Just get a knot there. Don't pull it very tight. Okay. Just leave it like a small knot. And you can make it look like a
flower.
So just twisting it twice. Okay. So yeah. And this is actually very nice. I don't know about others, but for me, I usually like to
do that.
Relax. Okay.
Yeah, and it is a pastime for her. That's the relaxation thing for her. Spending time embroidering, and some read books, some watch movies, some
I watch all Korean movies.
So, oh, nice. Looks like you have finished all Bollywood movies.
asters, and you're just using it anywhere.
Yeah.
And even if the strands come out a little, it's okay. It will look like a flare there. Just leave it there.
Okay.
I'm putting three
knots.
Looking like, so that it looks like that's a small flower.
Small flower.
There.
Okay.
Just.
Nice.
And you want make it big one, just put another number of circles.
And,
okay.
It gives you that embossed look.
Embossed look, yeah. Okay. And again, this one, just like how you place the, you can start the flower from anywhere you want. But usually, at the end, you can do it in.
Thank you, Sujata, for joining in. Manjula saying, looks lovely. Thank you, Manjula. For anyone who wants to buy, it's available for buying as well. So, but she kind of like, doesn't have any website or anything. It's just through word of mouth. So you can message her via Messenger and she can get in touch with you all. Wow, that's such a fine work, Shailaja. Oh my God, I would have lost my patience. Saying that, I'm good in crochet. In crochet probably I would have said, no, I enjoy doing it. So probably the same thing holds good for you from that kind of perspective.
It's always good. Means I find it relaxing when I don't have a nice book to read.
This is what you.
My first preference is usually reading books.
Books, okay.
I read from crime stories to.
Wow. Doesn't look like a criminology interested person.
No, I sometimes use that on my husband, telling him, you are going to sleep now, be very careful. If you don't, you will not wake up tomorrow.
So that's the trump card you use there.
And he's alive till today. Kept him in his
good books. So you should have done some criminology or forensics or something.
It's nice to know. Somebody was telling, I know I shouldn't tell this because then people will think I'm planning a murder. I used to always tell my husband, wife doesn't have a need to, we don't have to kill you, but if you want to poison you,
there are so many ways.
Our cooking itself will poison you, don't worry. All I have to find out is what food is allergic to you. Say, oh, by mistake I did it. Next time I won't do it. And then you do it.
That's an easy way, which is not noticeable, isn't it?
All you'll have to go to the doctor. The doctor says, don't eat that food. Oh,
Yeah.
do it. And then you do it.
I know.
It becomes something like this, but I have a similar one.
Okay.
Where I have used French knots and done with a tree.
Yeah.
See, this is a different one.
Oh, yes. So this is the cherry blossom.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's lovely.
So you can, when you finish the whole thing, that's how it will look. And same thing.
Same
with
thing
the
there.
green thing with the straight stitches.
This is so beautiful there, the combination of pink and green, and it's so nice.
You would have seen when you're walking in the park.
Yeah.
So when you're walking under the cherry blossom tree.
Yeah.
The flower would have fallen like
yeah.
That's how it will look.
Now that asks, that kind of like, prompts me to ask you a question. Like, okay, this is, what is it called? This one is, what is it called? Like a board.
You get this thing, what do you call it?
What is it called? It's got a specific name, right?
Pallets, easel pallets or something.
Something, okay. So, you don't use that round thingy. What is it called? The hoop.
Yeah, I do have the hoops, but I only use it when I'm doing for a tablecloth or a...
Okay, because this itself has got the tension.
It's already tension.
Okay.
So you don't have
You don't need to. Okay.
And this one you will get a happiness of finishing it.
Right.
And you can say, oh look, I made it.
Yeah. And it's small as well as like you can finish it off.
And if you can use different colors.
Colors, yeah.
Okay, you can make it look like a image, like I have spread it out like that. You can, if you have just straight, I should have bought other ones. If you, I'll come to the back. Say for example, I draw it straight like this.
Uh-huh.
Just straight bunches.
Yeah.
And just make the same thing over here.
Yeah.
It will look like lavender thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can make a bow of this one and tie a ribbon over here.
Oh, it's like a flower bunch.
Flower bunch.
Yeah.
So that's how you can do it.
Like a floral bouquet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
That's my session. Just have done a part of it.
Oh, very nice.
Go home
So you will go and go home and
Go home
finish.
and then I'll do more.
Oh, that's.
But that's how your end finish.
Okay, so you'll be.
Here I've used straight stitch.
Uh-huh.
But here I've used what do you say? Chain stitch.
Okay.
Lazy daisy stitch, whatever they call it.
Whatever they call it. Okay. So have you learnt any embroidery here, Shailaja, in Australia after coming to Australia?
No.
Have you kind of like,
So
tapped?
I developed my own skills.
Skills.
Okay.
Okay.
From a young age I've been embroidering for quite some time.
Some time. Okay.
Maybe I must have started learning from when I was
In your school days?
5, 6. I
Oh.
remember first one I made was a hanky.
Right. I kind of like vaguely remember because, in the corner, either it used to be your initials or maybe a little rose flower kind of thing, or with a leaf or something.
I wouldn't use it in the school.
School. I remember that.
That would be most of my projects. That is a typical one. That is a typical color.
Color.
So
Yeah.
that nobody steals yours.
Yeah.
So that,
Oh, that's very nice. I think there are quite a few people who have just joined. Can we just go through your embroidery again? So I'll just place this here. Perhaps maybe you can come and show off again. So these are her embroideries, and for the people who have joined late, just going through the embroidery again. Perhaps you can tell Shailaja.
Okay. Nowadays, for embroidery, you don't even need embroidery threads. Previously in India, if you have seen, there was nothing known as embroidery threads.
Yeah.
I used to know that my grandma used to go to these weavers.
Yeah.
And she would get different kind of threads.
Threads from them. Oh, like the yarn itself. Ah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so and then that she used to fold into 3 or 4 layers and make the embroidery.
Make the embroidery.
She never wore any blouse without her sleeves being embroidered.
Embroidered. Oh, nice.
Yeah, even at a later stage, if she was not able to do it, she always asked her grandchildren to do it.
To do it for her.
Yes, she would never wear a plain blouse.
Oh.
It has to be embroidered.
See, that fashion has come back again. Like, in the back you either have like a Devi one or a Om, or, like a Shiva or a Kalamkari, like, peacock and things like that. It's come back again, the hand embroidered blouses. And that's good to know. So it was there in olden days, and, grandmas and moms used to, do it on their blouses especially. That's very nice, very nice. So for people who have just joined late, so these are the designs, which it's a freehand drawing according to her.
Everything is freehand. Nothing is made to scale or
Yeah.
copy. Traced, sorry, I should not say copy, traced. Okay, you can use satin ribbons.
So they are the
Roses.
satin
You
ribbons.
can make flowers out of satin, rose flower out of satin.
Yeah.
Okay. I've used wool over here.
Yeah.
Especially if you're taking big projects.
Yeah.
Or if you want it to look more embossed.
Yeah.
Better use wool.
Wool.
It
So
works
this
out
is
cheaper.
like a replica of a tulip, isn't it?
Tulip,
Yeah.
So it will work out cheaper also. Otherwise, you will be spending so much on embroidery threads. And you'll think, oh my, this project is costing you so much.
So much, yeah.
Okay.
So ladies, I did ask her the question whether like normal sewing thread can be used, and she did say yes, the normal sewing thread can also be used. So
sewing thread,
there you go.
satin thread,
Any thread.
Okay, it depends on which material
Material.
you're using and
Yeah.
how you are going.
Yeah. This is beautiful.
This is also for this you need a ring where you wrap it around a ring. I don't have the ring as of now.
That's okay. That's the way the pom-pom is done, isn't
Pom-poms
it?
is
Yeah.
done and you can do it. This was
So
just-
she was explaining she has used different kinds of thread. So this is basically a wool, and these are like fine thread with different.
Yeah, some of the threads I have used over here is where nowadays children make bracelets out of.
Oh,
them.
okay.
That is the thread
Thread you have used.
Okay. Again, everywhere it's plain. straight stitches.
Yeah.
Only thing shaped in such a way that it looks like a leaf.
Leaf, yeah.
And again, you can see most of them are French knots.
Yeah, yeah.
The one which I used when
Use that, yeah.
Again, the same.
This one is also very, very pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. The color
Anyone
combination
can be
and
an
everything.
Anybody can
Do the embroidery.
You don't have to have great skills. Only thing have a thing, say you want to
Cover up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's very. What was the time? Are we on time? Yeah, we have taken 45 minutes. That's good. So, ladies, if you have any questions, you can pop those questions in there, and Shailaja would be happy to answer. And I think Manjula wanted to see the sari. Perhaps maybe you can show her the sari, Shailaja. Thank you, Radhika. Radhika is saying beautiful. Thank you.
Let us hold it this way.
So if you want to come,
That's Kasuti Saree.
come this way, a little bit towards this side. Yeah.
You can hold now.
Yeah. So this is the Kasuti Saree. This is from Dharwad. I think Radhika would be very well aware of this stitch, and that's where she comes from, Hubballi Dharwad side. And most of the time, like, the Kasuti work kind of like replicates an elephant, a palanquin, a peacock, floral motifs, and everything. So that's what the sari was. Like, Manjula, you were asking about it. I'm not sure whether you're online. So that was the sari, and I would have loved to drape that sari, but I had already draped it, so I thought, okay, why not do some justice to the Kanta stitch sari? So that's how I ended up doing. Yeah, me too, husband, Namma Dharwad. Of course. I know your husband is also from Dharwad, and you belong to Dharwad as well. So I know, Namma Dharwad. I just love the way you kind of say Namma Mysuru, Namma Bengaluru, Namma Orissa, Namma Maharashtra. That's so nice of you. Very nice, very nice. Manjula is saying okay. Thank you, Manjula. So, ladies, I hope you all enjoyed the session. It was really, it's so creative. Like, the colors used and, the display, what she has done here. It's so beautiful. And perhaps, maybe I'm motivating everyone, rather than me being motivated. Radhika is saying Kasuti Sari Bala Chanda Ada. Bala Chanda ide Ada. That's the Dharwad Bhasha. Yeah, it is in fact. It is in fact Kasuti Sire. Yeah. So, ladies, I trust this was helpful to you all, and I will be winding up. And thank you very much for staying connected through the program, and the whole session will be available to watch later on. If you want to tune in, you're most welcome to do the watch party. And just wait for the next week's announcement on Sunday. It's going to be exciting. And it will be an entertainment one. That's the only thing I can let you all know at this stage. So stay tuned for the announcement on Sunday, and I shall see you guys, you ladies, on next Sunday. Thank you very much for joining in. Bye for now. Bye for now. Thank you. Thanks, Shailaja.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah, I think so. Pass on your comments, ladies. That would be good. The last one to join is Aruna. Aruna, we are winding up. Perhaps you can go and do a watch party for us, okay? Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Radhika. Bye for now.